So I'm gonna have four groups here. Okay. So I'm gonna have accounting.
अब डेट लिखो पहले।
I'm sorry.
डेट लिखिए साहब आज की।
Oh, okay. Yeah. Thank you.
केवल
Right now, this week, I think the job market for IT is picking up. I'm getting calls left and right, and in fact, there are some students in my other batch. They are interviewing right now, so we'll find out how they do it. And I heard Amazon is gonna hire a lot of people with a Linux background and with AWS, which I'm gonna show you a little later in this course. But I'm expecting by the time you guys are out, you should have a really good job. And most of these jobs are working from home, definitely. But I'll tell you, every job interview you're gonna be quizzed about LVM here. Okay, so take your time to study LVM, and I'm here all everywhere. Every time I'm available in the middle of a night. I'm available. Okay, send me the text, put it in the group, and then my ultimate goal is for you all to have a job and then be successful. I mean, just imagine if you have like a six-figure salary for 2 3 years 4 years, you save a lot of money, and then you could think about doing something else like starting a business and all those things you always wanted to do. It all depends on how you graduate from this class, and if you put in good effort here, because it is real. Somebody is willing to pay you a minimum of $50 for this job. Okay, I've seen Amazon trying to get people hired similar jobs between 120,000 to 150,000 a year with full benefits and everything. So the things I'm telling you, master those. I mean, you guys know how to do the commands, right? The basic commands and all that. That should be easy. But focus really good on LVM here. The thing I'm showing you everything inside out. LVM is going to look difficult and tough, but if you keep doing it, it's not that difficult here. Okay, all you have to do is just understand what it is and just do it few times, and you will get it. So I'm gonna have like three different departments here, right? Accounting. I'm gonna have finance. Okay, and HR, and then I'm gonna have recruiting. Uh, okay, so accounting, they they always want somewhere around 24 GB. They want 24 GB of space. Okay, and finance they want about 16 GB. Okay, and HR they need about 8 GB, 8 GB of space, and recruiting they need about 12 GB. Okay, so actually let me put this in a box. Let me make it look good. Okay, so let's move forward here. So what I'm going to do is create LVMs. So here I'm going to say create L. Okay, so LV is called logical volume. So first thing you're gonna do is the command to create LV is LV create. Okay, that's the command. -N stands for new, and then I'm gonna name it accounting. Accounting, and I'm gonna say -L. That means it's a logical volume, and I need how much I need 24 GB. By the way, let me do a math here. So 24 plus 16 plus 8 plus 12, 60 GB. Right? Okay. Instead of 24, I'm going to reduce it because we probably will run out of the. You know what? Don't worry about it. We'll add anyway. So L stands for logical volume, and the size you need 24 G. Okay, and then where are you cutting this out of? I'm gonna cut this out of the volume group ZMPT1. So let me make it bold, and let me make it much bigger here. Okay, this is the logical volume ZMPT1, and so we are cutting it out of this size here, 64 GB. Okay, so and I'm gonna type ZMPT1 and hit enter. Okay, it says logical volume created. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna split this up here. I'm gonna explain the command here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Everybody with me so far, right? Okay, so LV create -N accounting -L and 24 gigabyte, and then ZMPT1. So this is a volume group. And this is size. Okay, and this is logical. We are saying this is a logical disk. Okay, and this is a logical volume name. and hyphen new stands for new, create new, and then this is just the command. Okay, so now you know the command structure, right? What is happening? Let me shrink this a little bit. So this is lv create is a command, and hyphen n is new. What is new? Accounting. Accounting is new volume. And what kind of volume is this? Logical. Size is 24 GB. And then where are we getting this out of? We are getting this out of ZMPT1. Okay, good. So what do you see now is, let's type VGS. Okay, so here you see 24 out of 64 GB, 24 GB is gone, so we have only 40 GB left. Okay, now if you want to get more information here, so what you type is VG display. Okay, so actually LV display. Let me clear this. LV display ZMBT1. So what is happening here is, it's gonna show you the logical volume display which is associated with this ZMPT1 here. If it's going to be more than one, we'll see more than one here. But right now we have, this is the path it got created to, and the name is accounting. Okay, and then the volume group name is ZMPT1, and it created the UUID. Okay, we don't have to create it separately. Okay, now the only other thing I would worry about is logical volume size. Okay, so just worry about this information and this much information here. So in IT or in any other field, there's going to be a lot of information associated with anything here. Okay, like read write, I don't have to worry about that. Read head sectors, it says auto currently set to 8192, and then current LE is 6144. I mean, these are useless things for you, you know. I mean, here's the thing here. When you're driving a car, even there is a serial number for your car tire, okay? You're not worried about the serial number on the car tire. It's just the information is there. If you want to look it up, it's there. So in the computer world, there is always a lot of information associated with one single thing. That's called metadata. So this is usually good when there is some kind of investigation or something, you know. But I would say when you're working with LVM, you don't have to worry about it too much. Okay, so let's move forward. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do LSBLK. So what happened here is, so ZMPT1 accounting, it's going automatically to SDE. Okay, so what is happening here is, why is it going to SDE? Because the LVM have detected that, okay, the best fit for 24 GB would be to create a LVM on the one which is already bigger in size. So it created here. That doesn't mean anything. If this was not there, what it would have done is it would have spread across this, or it would have just simply created here. Okay, so we let LVM to manage how the disk is, the physical disk is partitioned here. So we don't need to worry about that part. We just need to worry about the LV part. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a file system. I'm going to create a file system. So clear mkfs.xfs and which which partition you want to do a file system. Okay, for that we have to get this information, dev/gmpt1/accounting. Okay, I tab it so that it auto completes it because there is nothing else other than accounting in there. I'll hit enter. Okay, and then it created the file system. Okay, and I'm going to do lsblk. Okay, so it didn't change anything here, but let's look at blk id. Okay, in here you see the UUID was already created, right? Yeah. And this is the XFS file system. There was no file system on it, but it created the file system now. Okay, so let's go ahead and move forward. You could do blkid and okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a folder called accounting, mkdir accounting. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount. What I'm going to mount? I'm going to mount dev/gmpt1/accounting, where am I mounting to accounting. Okay, so if I do df-h, and there you see this is mounted here. But what will happen if the system restarts? You think this will hold up?
Should.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Why would it hold up? At the moment it will not hold up. Can somebody tell me why will it not hold up? Because you have to make a entry into etcfs tab. You have to make an entry in here. Okay, so we'll make an entry when we are done with the other three. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly run through the rest of them. Okay, so I'm going to go LV create -n, and I'm going to name finance -L. Did I name accounting capital letters? No, okay. L, and then how much we need this finance 16 GB. So 16 capital G, and I'm getting it out of ZMPT1. Okay, so finance is created. I'll just go back here, change the number to 8, and then what am I creating next is HR. Enter. I'll go back up here again, and then I'm gonna need 12 GB, and then I need recruiting, and I hit enter here. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is, let me copy this before I forget. All these are created, right? Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do VGS. Okay, this will tell you only 4 GB is left, because it makes sense here.
You are breaking up, sir.
Okay, what about now? Any better? Hello?
Yes.
Kind of, bro.
Okay, why am I breaking up? This is good. Let me do the speed test. It's raining here in Chicago area, so. Yeah, I think I'm having a speed problem. But let me know whenever I'm breaking, I'll slow down a little bit here, okay? You hear me good now so far? Okay, yeah, speed is.
Sir, so far it's pretty good.
Yeah, okay, good. So let's move forward here.
Broke up as you were explaining the create the create, yeah.
Okay, so this command is nothing, but everything is same here. Only thing I'm doing is I'm just changing this here and this size here according to our plan here. Our plan is to create 4 volume logical volumes here, and then we split this up into 4 different sections here. So once we are done, I'll copy this down, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so okay, VGS, you have this informational, and you do VG, no, sorry, LV display. Sorry, there is LVS also, LVS. LVS also show you this information is. So you do LVS ZMPT1 and it will only narrow down to the LVS information here. Okay, so you get a little picture here that is a logical volume name. These are the names, and this is the group it's getting its share from, and attribution. I have no idea what this is. Normally not
साहब
going.
ब्रेक हो रही है आवाज, साहब समझ में नहीं आ
Up
रहा.
against there.
Okay. All right.
Mr. Zafar, you're breaking up.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me stop it. Oh.
Your screen got stopped.
Yeah. I stopped the screen. Yeah, I'm switching the internet. Okay. Can you hear me still?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I hope we didn't have this problem today.
अच्छा, क्लास इंपॉर्टेंट है, सब ब्रेक हो गए तो मजा नहीं आता.
Okay. Now I'm getting 21 MB, so this should be good. Okay. So I connected to different Wi-Fi and we'll see if it holds up, okay? So here, when you type LVS ZMPT1, it's only focusing on this LVM ZMPT1, okay? And it's giving you information here, LV, accounting, finance, recruiting, and it's getting its piece out of this pie here, ZMPT1, all this, and these are the sizes. Okay, good. So let me get this information.
Zafar.
I'm sorry?
Mr. Zafar, I have a quick question. If I had given it a wrong size, there's a possibility I could change that, right? Let's say if we created it with the wrong size.
Definitely. That's what the
Change it.
beauty of LVM is.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you will learn all that. Changing, shrinking, removing the physical drives, all those you could do it without shutting the system down.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So I cannot stress enough here. So you have to master LVM here, okay? Because this is where the company's data is at. Once you master this, once you I hate this Microsoft Word. Well, you guys get an idea what is happening here. So, okay, now and then what you could do is you could do VG display ZMPT1. And so here we have three areas: LVM2 format. No, not VG display, LV display, ZMPT1. So what will happen is it's showing you four different logical volume information here. So the first one is accounting and all the output of the accounting here. The second one is finance, all the good information about finance, HR, and then all this here. If you really want any good information, you just run this command. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create the associated mount points here. Create mount points.
Do we have to mount every logical volume to the
Yeah.
actual?
Yes. Because these are different departments, right? Four different
Yes.
departments, so it needs four different mount points. Okay.
Okay.
Mount point is nothing but a silly folder here. You could name it whatever you want, anything you want. It doesn't matter. So I'm going to do mkdir.
But the thing is, without mounting, we cannot work on it, right?
No, without mounting, you cannot work on it. Very good.
Yeah. So we have to create first the logical partitions, then make a file system, then mount it.
Yep.
Three things to do.
Yeah, you will actually be working back and forth with the application team, and usually instead of 24 GB, all these those are going to be terabytes. I need 10
Yes.
terabyte, 20 terabyte. Instead
Yep.
of G, just type T. That's it. That's all it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
You will learn here. I mean,
No, I'm
once,
just checking the steps for first what we have to do, then second what we have to do, then third what we have to do. That I was saying to you.
yeah. And
Step
then
by.
later on, once we learn the script here, the script will do it for you.
Okay.
Yeah. You're creating on one computer and then you create a script out of it and you run on another 1,000 computers. You're not going to log into another 1,000 computers each time and do this, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, here's the thing. The program I put together, scripting, Ansible, and a little bit of AWS. I mean, it's creating a... How do I explain this? Because in computer world, cloning is like a snap. You just do it. The hard part is creating the original thing once, and then cloning it is just a snap here in computer world. It's not like building the house. So when I clone this here, it will clone everything in here, all the hard drives and everything. You could try that on your own. It would be like producing from the factory, First product development is going to be difficult. Once it is, you just automate everything.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So, where am I at? So what I need to do is accounting is done, right? So I need to create.
We are mounting.
Yeah. No, before that, I have to create the associated drives. Finance and mkdir HR and recruiting. Okay, let me copy this. Okay, so we are here. Now what we're gonna do is create file system. almost 100% of the time you're using a XFS file system, nothing else. XFS file system. With LVM, mkfs dot xfs dev slash zmpt,
Nice.
and then if I do tab, I'll get 4 options here because there are 4 partitions in there. So I'm going to go with finance. Okay, and then I'm going to go with HR, and then I'm going to go with
Recruiting.
recruiting. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go here, actually copy this. Okay, now I'm to a point to mount it. So it's simple here. What I'm going to do is I need mount command, and what am I mounting? Dev slash zmpt. I'm mounting finance to finance folder, okay? And I'm mounting HR to HR folder.
So
And then,
one quick question, sir.
yeah, sure.
Yeah, the drive what we are making here, finance, recruiting, and HR, these are our logical drives now,
Yes, these are logical drives. Very good.
not a physical drives.
No, no
So, but
more.
the command is the same thing like what we do for the physical drives too. There is no difference in the command.
No, this is not a lot. This is an independent command from LVM. This part is independent of LVM.
No, no, I'm talking about mkdir,
Yeah, that's a general command.
general command. So what? There is no difference between creating logical partition and physical partition here.
No, the difference here is LV create.
Oh,
Before we use
after
fdisk, right? If you remember, we were using fdisk here. So let me go to the website here. What is the website? July. That's a very, very good observation. So the I didn't split that up yet. So let's see here. I'm gonna open a new window.
And the other question is, we have created a volume, right? Logical volume first from the physical drives. So after creating a logical volume, the physical drive partitions is gone,
It's there. It's in the
is there.
base. It's in the base now. So this is the base, and out of this, let me copy this here. So what has become of this is, hold on, let me go. Let me do this here first. So the end product. This is the end product we're gonna get. So at this point, this is the product we have, and I'm gonna copy. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go on the top here, insert above. Okay, Now I'm gonna do this here. Okay, so now in here what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna split the cells into 5. Okay, why 5? The first one is, what is the first one? Okay, so accounting 24, 16, 8, 12. Okay, accounting is 24 GB. Okay, this is accounting and this is finance.
Finance. Yeah.
And that
16.
is 16 GB.
Uh-huh.
Very good. And now
HR.
HR is
8 GB.
8 GB. Is 8 GB. And what was the last one? It was how much?
Recruiting is 12 GB.
12 GB, right? Yeah. 12 GB. GB, and this is the free space.
Okay.
And how much is the free space? Is 4 GB left.
Okay.
4 GB. Now you have a better picture here. Okay, we are not worried about the physical drives anymore. Now what will happen is all these are randomly spread out on the physical drive, which is a logical volume manager is going to manage that for us. Okay, so if it would have been the fdisk, you're going to have to keep running fdisk command 3 times, 4 times actually.
मैं जो बोल रहा था वो ये था कि दोनों का कमांड सेम है, तो लॉजिकल पार्टीशन में फिजिकल पार्टीशन में क्या डिफरेंस आता है कमांड में? हाउ डू वी हैव टू चेक इट आउट वेदर इट इज अ फिजिकल पार्टीशन और वेदर इट इज अ लॉजिकल पार्टीशन? वो पूछना चाह रहा था.
Okay, so most of the time, almost 100% of the time, if you see dev/mapper, if you see mapper, that means it's mapping. So if you see mapper in here, that means it's a logical volume.
Okay.
But in the last 10 years, not 10 years, last 7 years, I have not came across this at my work. We're not using physical anymore.
So we are most of the time we are using the logical only.
Yeah, if you go into your work and then first thing you log in, first day if you do DFFNH, I would guarantee 99% of the time it's going to be LVM. Okay, there won't be any physical drives in there. Even the hardware is physical itself. Hardware, they're still using logical volume.
Oh. Okay.
So what are we getting rid of when we do the volume here? We're getting rid of this fdisk command here and physically managing it. And then remember, we try to extend the partition here, right? One time we could only extend the end partition. We are not able to extend the partition in the middle right here. So we extended like the end partition. What if we want to extend SDB1? We wouldn't be able to do that. So you will learn again a little bit later that how these things are playing out. Okay, so we mounted all these things here. So the mount command is independent of LVM here. I mean, this is just a general Linux command. Okay, this is also a Linux command. And anything that starts with LV, PV, so those commands are logical commands, logical volume commands. Okay, so let me put some colors in here. Okay, so let's do this is one color. This one is another color. Uh, Help me with the colors here because I'm very bad at the colors. And these are all different colors, right? Yeah, okay. So these all these things are independent here. And when we learn administration here, you could set permissions to people in accounting group, finance group, and all that. They may be able to see what's there, but they won't be able to go into those folders here when we learn that into administration, how to restrict somebody going into different folders. So now let's get more fun facts here. So this is what it is, right? What if I do LSBLK here? Okay, so when I'm doing LSBLK, so I'm worried about D, C, D, and E. Okay, so look at the HR here. What it did was our HR, what we needed is kind of spread out here. It needed 8 GB here, right? So it used up this part of 8 GB here, and then is going to use a 8 GB over here too. Okay, so this information we don't have to worry about because LVM is going to manage that. Okay, and look at the finance here. Where did the finance was created? So finance was created on SDD. SDD was, so it created finance on SDD here, even though there was some space left here, right? We out of 24, how much was so 6 GB was left here, so it didn't use that one. But then again, let's see here, recruiting is spread out over here and over here. So you won't be able to see how much is spread on this disk and this disk here. I think it will say just 12 GB here, but it is automatically spreading it out, 50% here and 50% there. So this part I would say don't really worry about too much.
But basically, the amount of the GB is HR, like HR, we are having 8 GB only. So if it is spread it out, it becoming 16 GB now.
No,
No?
no. It would never have 16 GB here. The only reason for our visual purpose is showing the 16 GB is that's how the program is written here. So it is showing what the finance size is, 16 GB here, but it's not exactly telling you it's using the 16 GB over here or over here. So that's what the
So both the
LVM
places it's using the.
no. It's LVM is automatically calculating where to use and what size to use at what place. So this is what I think it's using. It's using 8 GB is here, right? So and then
HR,
yeah, HR it's saying 8 GB is here, and then it's
and then
also showing 8 GB is here, right?
yes, that's what my question is. How come both the places, if we combine both the places, it's becoming 16, right?
Yeah, but we are looking at the physically we are looking at the disk here. So if you add all these things here, it's going to be way more than 64 GBs now. Way more than. Let's do a math here. Yeah, so that is what the LVM is. You don't have to. I know that's how it is. Deep down somewhere, it's automatically calculating how much is this, but it's just informational here. You cannot really rely on this information here. What you have to rely is on the LV command, LVS. When you do LVS, okay, when you do this, you will actually see it, or LV display. You use those commands to get the accurate information here. So let's see here. SDC is how much is using 8.
8.
8 plus 16 plus 8 plus 12 plus 24 plus 12. Okay, so now it doesn't have 140 GB anywhere.
Yep.
Okay, so what it's doing here is it's spreading it out. See here, the recruiting part out of 12 GB, the recruiting part is spread between 2 drives here. Accounting is not spread between 2 drives. The recruiting part is spread between 2 drives here. The size of the recruiting LV is 12
12, 12.
GB, but that 12 GB is spread out between E and D,
Yep.
right? And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
same thing with the HR is spread out between, it's 8 GB, but HR is spread out between C and D.
PNC. Yeah, CND. Yep.
And
So
finance
that
is it's 24 GB, it's not spread out anywhere. So
finance is 16 GB.
yeah, so this is why it's called logical. It's not actual physical, it's logical, it's imaginary.
So basically it stores the 64 GB data in the 3 partitions or 4 partitions, not
Yeah,
more than.
it is managing it for you. You don't have to worry about, you just have to worry about storing in these boxes here. You don't
That.
have to
But
worry
how
about
much?
on the physical boxes where the data is being stored, okay? It is randomly picking all these hard drives here, but you only worry about these boxes.
So how much we can store in them? More than
64.
64
No,
GB?
no, no, just 64. Nothing more than 64.
Okay, that's the point here.
Okay, and then again, 24 GB is the maximum you could store in each boxes here. So if you want more than 8 GB for HR, you have to extend it.
Yep.
Okay, you are doing really good here. The questions you are asking, that means it's telling me that you are getting the concept here. Couple more times you practice it, you will get it. That's it.
Inshallah.
I mean, nothing is rocket science here. So, by the way, Linux is being used for launching rockets and all that. Windows, they will never use Windows to launch the rockets and all that. Believe me. Okay, so uh, I'm talking too much here. Let me get some water. All right, let's take about 5 minute break here. Okay, I'll be back in about 5 minutes. I'm gonna pause this here. Okay, I'm back here. Can I start?
Yes.
Okay. So here LVs are spread out on PV randomly. Okay. All right, that part we don't have to worry about too much. I do df-h, and all these are mapped here, right? So looks so nice. All our LVs are mapped and everything, and it's giving us a good service here. Okay. Now, to get it without surprise, what we have to do is we have to make an entry into FS tab. FS tab is what? It's in the configuration folder, so it's a configuration file. So what I'm gonna do is VI. So in here, normally what you do is you type DFF and H and copy one line here, okay? So we need this much information here. And I'm gonna go vi/etc/fs tab. So what you do is in here, as I told you earlier, you copy the line and then make the changes as needed. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy this. This looks similar to what I have here, okay? It looks kind of similar to this information here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do YY, go down here. I'm gonna open a new line. I'm gonna paste this. Yeah, that's okay too. I'm gonna go here and copy this line here. YY, go down here. I'm gonna P. So the part I'm gonna edit out is this information. I'm gonna edit out. I'm gonna copy this. Okay, and now looking at this information here, I'm gonna make the changes. So this is accounting. Okay, now I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna go paste 4 times. I don't need this line anymore. I deleted this. So I go here and then I'm gonna say finance, and then this one is finance too. Make sure your spelling is correct. If the spelling is not correct, it's not gonna work. Finance, and then this part is HR. And recruiting. I'll show you a little later how to use the echo command also, okay? Okay, so I'm gonna escape this. So all these things look good to me here, okay? I'm gonna save and exit. What I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna do mount-a. Mount-a. What this will do is, this will give me, it will go through the FS tab and remount everything on its own for you. If it's a problem, then it will give you an error message. So I'm gonna go in here again. I want to copy this.
Basically, you have taken out the instead of putting in the root command, we are putting in the root. We are putting in
Yeah,
the
the logical volume information. Very good.
yeah.
I mean, it's all similar here. The reason you copied it, it's a good practice to copy the line which is already existing and then make the edits there. Okay?
We did not remove that line, right? We just copied.
We call no, yeah, don't
That's what.
you know what? Go ahead and try it. I want you to go ahead and break the operating system, destroy it, and build it again. That's how you're gonna learn. See what happens when something like that happens, and then how to fix it. Put in Google. I mean, it will only broaden your knowledge about all this.
Yeah.
See, the question you asked is, there are two things here. One is a knowledge, and other thing is a wisdom. Okay.
Yep.
What I'm providing is knowledge, and then the question you asked about deleting this, it comes from the wisdom. The only thing, see, I didn't thought about telling you about that. Okay, I thought about copying you. So then you question me, what will happen? Then I use my wisdom to tell you, oh no, don't do that. Okay, so I mean, that's what it is. Wisdom is different than knowledge. Very good. I mean, you just have to use wisdom here. Once you get good with Linux here, you're getting paid for your wisdom, not for your knowledge. Okay. That's
सब
very
जॉब मिलने के बाद ये बातें ऐसा हो गई है.
जी.
सब जॉब मिले से वक्त के काम के बातें हैं ये.
Exactly. I mean, nobody is going to ask you. I mean, it's going to be difficult. You have to use your wisdom to do the job. You don't use your knowledge to do the job. You just use the knowledge to
Right.
get the job and use the wisdom to do the job.
Brothers. Correct.
If you say this into the interview, you'll get hired here, because sometimes if they are hiring you for like a little senior role, they will ask you, they will do a little bit more of your personality test and all those here. Once you say things like this, it will become a really good impact on the hiring manager. Usually the HR does that. The technical guys don't know nothing about all these other things. Okay, so let me save and exit out of this. Okay, and then you did mount-a. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to reboot the system here so that it's there. So I'm going to say init6. Okay. the term they use it in is persistent with the reboot here. I don't know why they use that term. They use the term all the time here. So somebody will ask you, how do you make a LVM persistent with the reboot? What would be the answer would be? The answer would be you make an entry into FS tab. That's it. Okay, let me connect back again. Clear. I do df-h and all my disks are in there and looks nice and beautiful. Okay, so we have good half hour. So now what I'm gonna do is so this is the final product here. Okay, so this is the final product. Now all of a sudden we got a query from HR that they want another 4 GB. So we have another 4 GB left here. So we want to know how HR want to add another 4 GB. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so let me simulate that HR disk. HR is full here, right now it's showing it's only 1% is left. So I'm gonna run a command. I will show you this command a little later separately officially, but I have to do this right now. Simulate the LV is full. So I'm going to type a command. I'm going to go into CD HR folder here, and I'm going to do a dd command input file dev 0 output file equal to Zafar. Byte size is 4096 and count equals 8 GB.
Instead of 4 GB, we are trying to do the 8 GB, huh?
Yeah, see, no, we're not extending it. Right now, what I'm doing is I'm creating a single file, which is going to be about 8 GB. Then it will get a message here that this is 100% full. Then I'll show you, we'll extend that disk, and then I'll show you how that works, okay? So this command I did here, don't worry about it too much. So if I do df-h, and you see the HR, the disk HR is full. Okay, so
yep.
so disk HR is full. So now the commands you're going to be using it to see how much. So you will get a ticket here. You will get a request from. You will get a request from application team. You will get a ticket, and in that ticket you will have all the information, the server information, the IP, and all this. You will connect to it using SSH, and then what we will do is you will run the commands here to determine how much space is left here. So determine free space left on volume group, okay, not LV. We have to determine the space left on volume group ZMPT1. So right now the ZMPT1, how much is left? 4 GB, but you don't know that. You don't know that. So volume group. So how do you determine how much space is left? You type VGS volume group show, and you look at ZMPT1. So 64, the total size is 64 GB. Okay, and out of that only 4 GB is left. Okay, that's a quick and easy way to check it. Okay, or you could do VG display ZMPT1. Okay, and here also what you see is the total volume group size is 64 GB, and yeah, it's not showing the free space.
It's showing at
Yeah, it is showing. Yeah, I'm sorry. Free space is same information. I usually don't go in here. I usually use VGS. So you could also use this also. Okay, so now let's go ahead and extend it. Now we determine it's
4 GB.
It's 4 GB. So the request is you got the request to extend another 4 GB here. So what you're gonna do is it's pretty simple here. So what I'm gonna do is LV.
Suppose we are having a 4 GB space and the request is for 8 GB. What we have to do?
Then you have to add another hard drive.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and add that hard drive now. You know what? Now, I mean, it's gonna corrupt the flow I have. I'll show you again. We'll get another request to extend another drive. Okay, so let's do that. So
it means unless and until physically it is available, we cannot extend the logical volume too.
Exactly, because the logical volume is limited to the
Physical
physical size. Yep.
Yep. All right. Got it.
Yeah, I know you got it. Now you got it for sure. Yeah, because you're telling me what you have found out. So very good.
Doubts clear कर ले रहा हूँ साहब.
Nah, you're getting it now compared to 2 days ago. I mean, last week you were confused. Now you got it. Okay, so now the real command is actual command is you type LV extend EXTEND. Okay, simple command. Hyphen capital L, that means it's a logical volume, and how much you're gonna extend plus 4G. Okay, and what are you gonna extend? I'm gonna extend def / mapper, and then I'm going to extend ZMPT hyphen HR. Okay?
नाम नहीं दिया ना साहब उसका. एक्सटेंडिंग ग्रुप का नाम नहीं दिया ना हम.
Right here.
वो तो पाथ है कहाँ अपन कर रहे हैं. नाम जैसा फाइनेंस है, रिक्रूटिंग है, नाम भी देना शायद ना नया.
Right here. This is the group and then this is the HR. Now we are extending the existing HR.
Okay, got it.
Okay, we're not creating a new, but we are creating
Okay.
HR.
Oh, we are increasing the space. That's it. Okay.
Extending it, adding more.
Yeah. Instead of 8, it become 12 now.
Exactly.
Okay, got it.
So I'm gonna hit enter here. Okay, insufficient. But
Free
only
space.
yeah, because it got like 3.99 G.
Yes.
It's less than 4.
So it is saying only 1021 is available instead of 1024.
Yeah. So let's see what I could do is
We can extend up to 3 GB just it. Instead of 4G, we can write 3G there.
let's
Or
do 2 GB.
3.5.
Let's do 2 GB, and then we're gonna play around again later on. Okay, so it extended another
2
2
GB.
GB. So so or add. So now if let me copy this command. And if I do df-h, so it's not going to reflect 4 GB yet, but there is one more command you have to run before it shows up here. So you're going to run the xfs grows command. xfs grow fs file system. And which file system you want to grow? You want to grow this dev/mapper/hr. And you hit enter. It does whatever it need to do. And if you do dff and h, and you see now that it's extended to 10 GB and 2 GB is free, another 80% is used up. Okay. Okay, and LV extend, I did copy that, and let me copy this, and dff and h, and you see the results.
वो 4 GB के बजाय 2 GB करना है वहाँ पे.
Yeah, we did only 2 GB. That's why it's showing instead of 8 GB, it's showing 10 GB now.
नहीं, आप डॉक्यूमेंट में 4 GB का कमांड है तो वो 2 GB का करना है.
Oh, sorry. There you go.
Yep.
Okay, so now, so let me copy this here. So right now, this is where we at right now. So this is 2 GB is left. And this is recruiting. And this is HR is what? So HR original was 2 and then we added plus 2 GB. So HR is total 8 GB now.
10 GB.
10.
Yeah, 10 GB, I'm sorry. So total is now, okay, 10 GB. Okay, good. So we all here now, so we know how to extend it. Now, the reason I picked HR is because it's a middle partition here. You wouldn't be able to do this with fdisk. You have to do with the recruiting. You wouldn't be able to do any other thing. If you could do HR, you could do finance, you could do accounting. Any of them is flexibly you could extend it now. So let's see LSBLK. Let's see what will happen to HR now. So the HR over here is showing 10 GB and it's showing another 10 GB here. Okay, so it probably had some space left here in SDD. Yeah, but we don't have to worry about that because LVM is taking care of it. So now we are in trouble now. So 2 GB is very low, so we cannot continue on with this here. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna physically add another hard drive. Okay. So for usually adding a physical another hard drive is not your job. It's either the site services would go and physically put in the hard drive, or the storage team, they will do something on their side and then they'll tell you the drive, the physical volume is ready. So for us, for our purpose here, I'm gonna have to shut down. I'm gonna shut down and then add another hard drive to my practice VM. So I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go to storage, and then here we're gonna have to add disk 6. And then I'm gonna take a screenshot. Let me take a screenshot. Oh, it's losing the screenshot here. Let me try it from another computer.
Add hard disk, huh?
Yeah, add hard disk. Okay, so you do add hard disk and create new. So create new disk.
So practically every time we work on the VM only in all the jobs.
Virtual machines.
Uh-huh.
Most of the time it's 50-50. The VM part you don't have to worry about it. There is a dedicated VMware team who will take care of the VM. Because VMware, what you have to do is you have to know, literally you don't have to do anything, but some places they will train you on the little bit of VMware part that you have to do. Like VMware is a big subject in itself because VMware people they deal with the Linux and Windows, but they don't
Both.
know, but they don't know how to create or manage the Windows or VMware here. So they will be worried about the physical aspect. Like we're working with a VirtualBox, they will be the one who will be creating, adding memory and all those, the backups, a lot of things in VMware here. So those things are done by the VMware team.
So, okay, suppose we don't have the VMware, if we are working directly without VMware, then how do we do this?
So I think I told you there are one more. There is like a little bit of Linux and technical Linux job. I mean the hardware job.
Okay. Those people
So
will.
yeah, then you have to go inside the data center here. So if you have when during the interview, you ask them, is this a rack and stack job or what? That job doesn't pay you anything. That job's probably pay like $20-$25 an hour. I'm not preparing you for that kind of job. I'm preparing you for the minimum of $50. So here's the thing here. Normally, what I've seen recently is people who are physically working in the data center, they don't have access to the operating system. All they do is run the cables, put in the hard drives, and all that. So normally you would be working with somebody, a different team here. You will open the ticket and you send them the information that you need an extra hard drive added here. They will get the ticket, and what they will do is they'll work on it, and then once it confirmed, they'll send the ticket back to and says the hard drive has been added. Okay, so this part so far you're not worried about this.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, it's very important. Don't take the job, please. And also you need to be worried about the size of the company. If they say like they have 300 servers, you have to do everything, don't take that job. You'll be stuck in that job forever, and then you will end up, because somebody will be breathing on your neck all the time.
Yep.
So this is disk 6.
Too much work.
Yeah. So very first question, I mean, even before you take the interview, how many servers you have? I mean, at least if you want to be, at least look for between minimum of 2,000 servers. If they have like 2,000 servers, then continue on with the interview process. If they have less than that, back off, because they expect you to know everything. They will ask you, oh, do you know Windows? Do you know this? Do you know VMware inside out? And the salary will be the same thing. They're not gonna pay you 2 salaries, okay? Nobody will do that.
And there's maybe small companies.
Yeah, small company, they'll say like they'll give you maybe 10,000 extra, but they're not gonna give you double salary, okay? But they'll ask you to do a 2 people job. You gotta be careful. It's a very wide world out there. So I'm gonna put this about 32 GB, okay? How's that? Yeah. So now, where is my snipping tool? Okay, good. Uh-oh. So I'm gonna say disk 6 and we added about 32 GB hard drive, right? I'm gonna show you all a little bit stuff in AWS. AWS, man, they're making everything so easy here. It's just like going in there and clicking add minus. That's it. So all the physical, you don't have to worry about the adding physical all this here. So either it's a VMware or AWS. Okay, so we have a disk 6 here. Okay, so let me take a screenshot of that too.
I have a question.
Yeah,
I tried to add some drives on that disk, and
yeah. This name
it's,
you have to be good with the first check of what's the name of the disk you already have. What is the
yes,
what is the error
it's
message?
showing. Yes,
Is it the disk name disk? I mean name of the disk, right?
yes.
Yeah, give it as some other name here. I kept it here because I already checked it. It was disk 6. Okay, you want me to look at your computer or you good?
Yeah, I tried to create it, and it's not. It's showing, but it's not actually. I cannot do anything with it.
Yeah, let me give me your team
Physical
viewer
vol-
ID.
is physical volume available on that?
Yeah, give me a team viewer.
सब है चले गए सब.
Yeah, I'm here. Are you giving the remote control?
Uh, yeah,
Launch team viewer and give me the ID. Like here, you look at my screen, right? It says allow remote control and your ID.
yeah. It was actually shut down, so I have to turn it on. Okay, it's 404-348-376. Password 93G6UE.
Okay. Can you start the password again? 9.
3G6U like umbrella E.
Okay. Okay, I'm in. Okay, so your virtual box.
Is a
Which one are you
practice
using?
to
Practice 2?
yes.
So you go into settings. storage. What is this? Is this what you just try to create?
Yeah.
Where are the other ones? You're not following me?
No, I was following you, but I put on the other ones and by mistake. And I try to put it on these on a practice too, and it was popping up some messages that is already exist, but it's not showing that drive.
Oh. Yeah, it's a big mess here. Because did you delete anything from this folder? C drive,
Yeah,
C VirtualBox VM.
yeah, I try to delete these drives from different from practice and try to create
Oh, oh, no, no, no,
on
no, no,
practice
no. It's too late now.
practice.
Let me see here. Okay, hold on. Yeah, okay, but you deleted this. Okay. Okay, you're good now.
Okay.
Now, what you need is you need this for. So go ahead and right click on SATA. Add hard disk. No, 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 no. You're choosing the wrong one. Click cancel. Right click there.
Yeah, great.
No, no, no. Okay. No, 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 no. Cancel this.
That's
Click cancel. Now click somewhere it's on the controller. Don't click on those plus sign. Right click there on SATA. No, no, no. Don't click add disk here.
yes.
Add hard drive. So what you're doing is clicking in here. So click right here on the controller. Okay, do that.
Uh,
Go ahead and do that. I'm gonna. Yeah, add hard disk. And then create new disk. And then yes, yes, and then give here 32 and give the disk name 5 or something. Or yeah, disk 5. 32 GB. Okay, create. All right, there you go. You're good. So we'll pick it up tomorrow from here, and then I'll show you how to add the hard drive. Okay.
okay.
All right. So
All
once
right.
this
Thank
is
you, Mr.
done,
Zafar.
yeah, sure. Everybody, please try to practice and try to do the assignment. The more you do it, better it gets.
You keep uploading the class videos to YouTube, right? Nonstop.
I am, man.
Okay. Thank you.
Please watch those if you need to.
Thank you, Mr. Zafar.
Okay, no problem. All right,
Assalamu
bye.
alaikum.
Thank you, Mr. Zafar. Assalamu alaikum.
Well, it's